Have you ever pondered how intimacy affects not just your physical health, but also your mind and soul? This is a profoundly personal question. What happens to a woman's body and mind when she reveals her intimacy is a topic that many of us don't often discuss, but that is crucial to our well-being. It's about emotional connection, vulnerability, and the long-lasting effects these experiences can have on us. Before we get into today's profoundly meaningful discussion, if you've ever thought back on your own experiences and wondered how they shape you, stay with me. I guarantee that this conversation will give you fresh perspectives that could alter the way you see yourself, your relationships, and your value. This topic is rich with layers of significance that go far beyond just the act itself. If the discussions we have here speak to you, and you think they have the ability to help others find insight, peace, or healing, I kindly ask that you take a moment to like this video. Every like makes a difference because it helps ensure that this space continues to flourish and reach those who need it most. YouTube suggests our material to a larger audience. I can't stress enough how much this small gesture can help keep this space alive and growing. Lately, the algorithm has been less kind to us, and we depend more than ever on your support. If you haven't already, please click the notification bell and subscribe to the Sabia Vest channel so you don't miss any of our future conversations. With your continued support, we can reach even more people who are looking for what we have to offer. Let's delve into a topic that, while seemingly simple at first, is rife with intricate layers that profoundly impact our human experience. I want to explore what happens to a woman's body and mind after she gives her intimacy. This question is not just a clinical one with answers solely rooted in science. No, the true answer is far more intricate and deeply personal. It is found in the vast landscape of life experiences, emotions, the unspoken bonds we create with others, and the indelible marks that intimacy can leave on us. To reflect on this is not only important, it is absolutely vital for understanding ourselves more fully, as well as nurturing the relationships that matter most. So I invite you to sit with me, heart and mind open for this conversation, which I'm certain will make you reflect deeply, learn more than you expected, and perhaps look inward with newfound compassion, understanding, and love for yourself. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now let's get started before we dive into today's deeply meaningful discussion. If the discussions we have here resonate with you and you think they have the ability to help others find insight, peace, or healing, I kindly ask that you take a moment to like this video. Every like makes a difference because it helps ensure that this space continues to flourish and reach those who need it most. YouTube suggests our material to a larger audience. Our words of love, wisdom, and healing can reach more people who need what we have with your support. Now let's get into a topic that may seem straightforward on the surface, but is rich with layers of complexity that touch the very core of our human experience. Lately, the algorithm has been less generous to us, and we depend on your support more than ever. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the Sabia Vest channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future conversations. What happens to a woman's body and mind after she provides her intimacy is what I want to investigate. This question is not just a clinical one with answers solely rooted in science. No, the true answer is far more intricate and deeply personal. It is found in the vast landscape of life experiences, emotions, the unspoken bonds we create with others, and the indelible marks that intimacy can leave on us. To reflect on this is not only important, it is absolutely vital for understanding ourselves more fully, as well as nurturing the relationships that matter most. So I invite you to sit with me, heart and mind open, for this conversation, which I'm certain will make you reflect deeply, learn more than you expected, and perhaps look inward with newfound compassion, understanding and love for yourself. To share our intimacy with another is so much more than just a physical action. It is at its core a profound and vulnerable expression of trust, connection, and emotional openness. It is the soul's way of saying, I am here, and I am giving myself to you. It is not merely an exchange of physical pleasure. It is the weaving together of two hearts, the intertwining of emotions, the sharing of something sacred and deeply intimate from a psychological perspective, and the way a woman's brain responds during intimate moments are nothing short of fascinating. Studies such as those conducted by the renowned Dr. L. Ennis have shown that the brain releases a cascade of powerful chemicals when a woman shares this kind of closeness. Among them is oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, which plays a key role in deepening the emotional connection between partners, creating feelings of affection, trust, and attachment. The release of dopamine, another crucial neurotransmitter, creates a surge of pleasure and fulfillment, making these moments feel so rewarding and joyous. However, the impact of these chemicals goes far beyond the immediate. Our experiences shape emotional memories that profoundly influence our identity. These memories can be ones of intense joy, warmth, and security that keep us going long after the moment has ended. But intimacy is not always about contentment. The emotional landscape of such experiences can be complex and multifaceted, depending on the situation, context, and players' intentions. Intimacy can also bring feelings of uncertainty, confusion, or even pain. These emotional responses play a crucial role in shaping our identity and how we perceive ourselves and others. Therefore, it's crucial that we approach these experiences not only with acceptance, but also with an understanding of their enduring influence on our physical and emotional aspects. In the end, knowing the psychological and emotional complexities of intimacy allows us to honor it more fully and allows us to reflect on our experiences with understand how they have influenced us and still affect our relationships and self-image. It is a path of self-discovery that calls for us to examine ourselves with empathy and compassion, acknowledging the happiness and suffering that intimacy can bring. But most importantly, it is a chance to embrace the amazing power of vulnerability, connection, and trust that intimacy fosters among all of us. I vividly remember many years ago, a very close friend confided in me something so deeply personal that it has stayed with me ever since. She spoke with a mixture of vulnerability and confusion, her voice trembling as she shared her heart. She said, after that moment, I felt like I had given away something incredibly valuable, but I'm not sure if the other person understood it the same way. At the time, I didn't know how to respond. I was still learning the complexities of intimacy and what it truly means to give ourselves fully to another person. I hadn't yet understood the profound magnitude of her words, the weight of giving away something so deeply personal without receiving the same level of care and emotional reciprocity. In return, I listened, but I didn't have the experience or emotional depth to offer the support I would have liked to. It wasn't until many years later, after my own experiences and reflections, that I began to truly comprehend what she had felt. I realized that what she expressed was the natural consequence of offering herself so completely without feeling secure in the emotional safety of the person she had entrusted with her intimacy. It was the painful realization that sometimes we give pieces of ourselves away only to find that the other person may not have valued those pieces in the same way we hoped. As we explore the emotional and psychological aspects of intimacy, we must also recognize the profound impact it has on a woman's body. From a medical standpoint, it is widely understood that intimate experiences affect much more than our emotions. They also affect our physical well-being. Our brain, nervous system, and endocrine systems all play a role in how our body responds to moments of emotional closeness during intimacy. The body releases a powerful cocktail of hormones like oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This hormone plays a critical role in strengthening emotional bonds, creating feelings of trust and affection. Additionally, dopamine is released, which generates the pleasurable sensations that give us a sense of reward and joy, are chemicals that influence our feelings in the moment, as well as our long-term emotional and physical health. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please leave a comment below to let me know. However, this process isn't always that easy. The effects of intimacy are highly dependent on the context in which it takes place. When intimacy takes place in an atmosphere of love, care, and respect for one another, it can promote feelings of well-being, reduce stress, and foster connection. However, if we fail to share intimacy in such a setting, our body may react negatively, leading to tension, anxiety, and even a profound sense of emptiness. This emotional void can linger and cause a deep internal conflict that affects not only our mental state, but also our physical health. Now think about this for a moment. Imagine a woman who gives her body and her trust to someone with whom she does not feel emotionally connected. Her mind and heart may be at odds, leading to an internal conflict that manifests physically. Our bodies and minds are inextricably linked, so when one part of us is out of balance, it ripples through the entire system, creating dissonance that can be felt on a physical level. Intimate moments can trigger a cascade of physical responses when emotional disconnects occur, signaling a lack of alignment within us. This is why it's so important to be in tune with ourselves and to recognize the deep connection between our emotional state and our physical well-being. Some women may experience an inexplicable fatigue afterward, as though they have given more of themselves than they can physically handle, while others may even experience physical discomfort, like muscle soreness or tension in their bodies. However, some ladies had the opposite experience from theirs. Intimacy turns into a source of happiness, love, and profound emotional satisfaction. Intimacy acts as a bond that binds these women emotionally and physically, giving them a strong sense of trust and togetherness. These intimate moments not only provide them pleasure, but also make them feel empowered and incredibly connected to their spouse. Intimacy is a sacred experience that nourishes them on all levels, giving them a sense of security, confidence, and vigor. It is not just about the physical act. It is also about the connection and emotional exchange that occur. When shared in a healthy, caring environment, intimacy has immense power. In addition to the exchange, the ACT conveys meaning, forms an emotional bond, and fosters mutual respect and care. I frequently tell a story that exemplifies the profound emotional impact of intimacy. It's about a young woman who approached me one day, her face displaying a mix of uncertainty and despair, and her eyes welling with tears. She said, "Grandma." As she sought answers, I asked her what had happened, and through her tears, she revealed that she had given her body and trust to someone who was not emotionally committed to her. She had expected love, care, and tenderness, but instead she found emotional distance, a coldness that left her feeling abandoned. "I feel as though I've transformed. I'm uncertain if this change is beneficial or detrimental." I sat with her, holding her hands tenderly, and I told her something I think all women should hear, especially during times of uncertainty and heartbreak. She had given a piece of herself in the hopes of connection, but the experience left her feeling empty and uncertain of herself. No matter how others treat you or fail to see what you have to offer, your value is intrinsic and cannot be diminished by their behavior. You are whole and beautiful, and in times like these, your worth is unaffected by the limitations or ignorance of another person. Your value is not defined by their actions, my dear. It is not defined by their inability to see your worth, because you are precious and worthy of love, respect, and care. It's important to keep in mind that our value is not determined by how other people see us when we feel lost or diminished by someone else's incapacity to value us. Only when we fully understand our own worth can we completely embrace the power of intimacy, knowing that the right person will not only see our value, but also cherish it, nurture it, and treat it with the utmost care and respect. Our value is inherent and remains constant no matter what, so we must learn to honor ourselves, treat ourselves with the love and respect we deserve, and surround ourselves with people who will do the same. Every event is a chance to learn more about who you are and what you truly need and want. These words, so simple yet so profound, hold within them the wisdom of a lifetime. Over the years, that young woman who had once felt confused and lost came to understand that her painful experience, though it left her heart aching, was not a defeat, but an invaluable teacher. It was through the heartache, the confusion, and the emotional turmoil that she learned one of life's most important lessons: to listen to her own heart, with more intention, to set firm boundaries, and to make wiser, more conscious decisions about the people she allowed into her life. She began to realize that every experience, even the ones that seemed painful or difficult, was an opportunity to reconnect with herself and to better understand her own desires, needs, and worth. It was through her vulnerable ability that she found strength, and through the pain she found clarity in time. She understood that every moment, every decision, and every experience was a chance to grow, and in that growth, she found deeper self-love and a stronger connection to her own heart. This is what I want to emphasize. The importance of learning. Life is a journey of continuous learning, and each experience, whether joyful or painful, is an opportunity to learn more about who we are, and what we truly need. In every vulnerable moment, there is a lesson, whether it's about trust, boundaries, self-worth, or love. Every moment of growth. Every time we overcome adversity, we take a step toward a deeper and more complete awareness of ourselves, and occasionally, the most difficult experiences teach us the most valuable lessons. Any woman who has experienced sadness or regret after sharing her intimate feelings can benefit from those trying moments by helping us better define our beliefs, set clearer boundaries, and go forward with greater clarity and confidence. I want to reassure you that you are not alone. Many of us have had experiences where we gave someone a piece of ourselves and then realized that something was missing, whether it was love, respect, or mutual care. These overwhelming feelings of emptiness, confusion, and self-doubt can make it seem like we have given up something irreplaceable. But the most important thing I want to tell you is that those experiences do not define you. You are a vast, beautiful soul with infinite worth, and no short experience, no matter how painful, can diminish your value. Although difficult, these past painful, regretful, or depressing moments do not define who you are or your future love. To the young women listening to this with interest, worry, or even a hint of fear, I want to give you a gentle but firm piece of advice. Your worth is intrinsic and comes from who you are, not from what you give or don't give. No matter how much pressure others put on you, take your time and listen to your feelings before making any body or heart decisions. Your body is yours to take care of, and your heart is yours to protect. Honestly and compassionately ask yourself whether you feel ready, if you trust the other person, and, most importantly, if you feel secure, loved, and respected. It's not about what you ought to do or what other people might think of you. Rather, it's about what you need and want, and whether your sentiments are real and serve as your compass. Never disregard them, compass, and never forget that your decisions do not define who you are. As I end this conversation, I want to leave you with a reflection that my mother shared with me when I was young. These words have guided me through many seasons of my life, especially when I found myself questioning my own heart or decisions. Your worth is inherent and sacred. It cannot be taken from you or measured by external factors. You are enough always. She believes true love is determined by how you feel while giving it, not what you give. If you give it with joy and without hesitation or fear, it is love. If you give it with fear, hesitancy, or grief, listen to your heart because perhaps the moment isn't appropriate. These words have quietly shaped my understanding of intimacy and love. They remind me that true love should always uplift us, never diminish us, and fill us with joy and confidence rather than uncertainty or fear as you continue on your journey of self-discovery and emotional growth. When love is given freely without hesitation, sadness, or anxiety, it's a beautiful, pure thing. But when we give it with hesitation, sadness, or anxiety, it's a sign that something within us is not aligned. It may not be the right time or the right person in those moments. We must listen to our hearts because they will always lead us to what is best for us. After this conversation, tell me what you learned today that will stick with you. Is there a new perspective you have gained or a deeper understanding of yourself and intimacy? If so, please share one thing you have learned and will put into practice in your life in the video below. I would love to hear your thoughts and reflections. I hope you remember that you are worthy of a love that brings you peace, respect, fulfillment, and a sense of wholeness. If this video speaks to you, please leave a comment and remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your help enables us to reach a wider audience and carry on these important conversations. Together, we can maintain this space, vibrant and full of love, wisdom, and healing. Thank you for joining us on this journey.